Good morning. I want to give this quick video. I want to give a shout out to my son in Tennessee and my grandbabies. Give a shout out to a friend in Texas, California, Georgetown or Louisville. I don't want to say any names. They might not want their name said, but they might recognize their state. Florida, the one in Florida, Lexington, and Louisville, Kentucky. And I seen something yesterday that was just wowed me. But I'm not going to say much on that. But I want everybody to have a good day. All right, do the best you can.
You're listening to Mindful Matters, an educational series about the art and science of being present, hosted by Bruce. Let's take a breath together.
Welcome back to Mindful Matters. Being Mindful Matters. And I want to be mindful on the subject, Pathology of Depression. Pathology of Depression. It's a disorder where biological systems, stress responses, and brain circuits and psychological patterns break down together. Okay, creating a self-reinforcing cycle of low mood, impaired thinking, and reduced motivation. I have functional depression. That's out of bipolar. Core biological pathways involved in depression. Monoamine dysregulation. Okay, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Depression has long been linked to disruptions in serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, okay, which regulate mood, reward, energy, and motivation. Research shows serotonin imbalance plays a role, but serotonin deficiency alone is too simplistic to explain depression's complexity. I'll post resource links for all this. This might be boring for some people, but I study all this for a reason. Dopamine and norepinephrine disruptions contribute to anhedonia, fatigue, and slow thinking. HPA axis dysregulation. Chronic stress overreacts the hypothalamic, pituitary, adrenal, HPA axis, flooding the body with cortisol. The stress response becomes stuck on, damaging mood regulating circuits. Inflammatory cytokines. Many people with depression show elevated inflammatory markers. Inflammation disrupts neurotransmitters, reduced neurogenesis, and neuroplasticity. Depression is associated with reduced growth of new neurons, shrinkage in mood-related brain regions like the hippocampus, impaired ability to adapt to recover from stress. Genetic and epigenetic vulnerabilities. Genetic risks. Having a first-degree relative with depression double or triples lifetime risk. No single depression gene exists. Risk is polygenic. Gene-environment interaction. Childhood trauma can alter gene expression. Epigenetics, especially gene regulating stress. And I have some pictures here that, I use one main picture. It shows a picture of the brain and the limbic system and where everything is. Circuit level changes. Depression disrupts communication between the prefrontal cortex, decision-making focus, the amygdala, fear, emotional reactivity, the hippocampus, memory and stress regulation, reward pathways, motivation, and pleasure. These disruptions explain why depression affects thinking, emotion, energy, and behavior all at once. It's rough. Psychological and cognitive pathology. Negative cognitive patterns. Depression reinforces catastrophic thinking, hopelessness, self blame, reduced problem solving. And here's a common one: emotional dysregulation. Difficulty in managing emotions, okay, increases stress, which further worsens biological symptoms. Social and environmental pathology. Social determinants, okay, depression is worsened by poverty, isolation, chronic stress, trauma, and lack of support. These factors interact with biology, making depression a biopsychosocial disorder. Excuse me. Okay, depression is not caused by one thing. Okay, it's a matrix of interacting systems. The genetics create vulnerability, stress and trauma activate the HPA axis, inflammation and cortisol disrupt neurotransmitters, brain circuits weaken, neuroplasticity decreases, negative thinking patterns reinforce the cycle. This integrated model is supported by modern neuroscience and systems biology research. And I will grab that one and post. A lot of good information here. I mean, like I said, a lot of people will find this boring, but you know, there's a reason I'm doing it. It doesn't hurt to learn things um, uh, and help yourself, help other people. I mean, it depends on what you're doing. I mean, if you can really understand, uh, not you're not gonna know it all, you know, but if you can really understand things that help a situation or disorders that people have, you're really gonna uh, start understanding more on how to help someone, and that's a fact. Um, you know, like I say, it don't take 5 or 10 minutes out of your day to uh, do a little study and research to just help yourself. You know, whatever goals you have or whatever things that you want to do or things that you just want to learn. But like I said, I'm doing all this for certain reasons, and you might find it boring, and that's all right. But there might be other people that won't. Um, let me add this here. Let's see here. No, I won't. Anyhow, the brain is a very complex thing, and the more you know about it or learn about it, the more you're going to understand how things work and how things are and why things happen. I'm just talking to add some time to this video segment, but you know, like I said, I just have one of those conditions where I can't stop reading. I have to have something productive and positive, you know, to read and learn. I guess it's part of my condition. So I'm not ashamed to say that. Other people want to hide whatever conditions that they have. I'm open with it. I'm a human being just like everybody else. But help yourself, help your children, or friends and other family members. Just do the best you can. So have a good day. Stay safe and peaceful.